be here this morning. When I first met Jillian, I referred to myself as an ALAP practitioner. Simply put, I practice doing as little as possible, while making as much money as possible. My quest to become an ALAP master actually began about 10 years ago, when I first learned that I could actually make money while doing nothing. A master, there's actually a rigid definition, specific phases for development, and distinct criteria for becoming a master.
That's a humorous, right?
The definition for a master, very simple. You have to make a lot more money than you spend without having spent any time really earning it. The phases are simple. There's an apprentice, practitioner, and master. And the criteria varies from city to city, province to province, and country to country, so see local masters for details.
Why don't you go and speak about your business? You never told me about your business.
Well, we'll get to that. I want to talk about being the. I want to talk about that.
He avoids it, right?
So why don't we begin with the phases? So
okay.
The first phase is the apprentice. Mm-hmm. And an apprentice, as there's so few masters in the world, the apprentice actually begins by following the recommendations of a practitioner and kind of listening to CDs. Reading is optional, by the way, but not recommended because it takes a lot of effort to turn out those pages. The first task of any apprentice is to actually learn the positions assumed while doing as little as possible. Those being standing, leaning, half standing, half sitting, sitting, half lying, and, of course, lying. As important as the positions are to an apprentice, so too are the locations where they're applied. The optimum locations for this sedentary lifestyle are the couch and, of course, the bed. But I personally prefer the beach bed, as I can multitask. I can be tanning, lying, listening, or perhaps I could be tanning, lying, listening, and sleeping all at the same time.
I'm looking at girls.
Well, not while you're sleeping, but these are advanced techniques, so please do not attempt these without supervision. Phase 2, the practitioner. As a practitioner, you start to introduce and learn and be educated about how to make money while doing very little. I suggest, that you actually begin by lying down and leisurely pondering the methods of the masters. I mean, just think how hard you'd be working if you were standing up and thinking on your feet. Fortunately, I can share with you the most common methods of earning money, so you'll never again have to think on your feet, at least not about making lots of money. But before I begin, please note that although a job can allow you to live comatose most of the time, you'll seldom make lots of money, and you really kind of do have to show up if you want to get paid. Also, building a business from the ground up, a lot of people make a lot of money that way, but you pretty much have to work from ache to faint. So with that being said, the three most common methods used by masters and practitioners alike are, first, real estate investments. Big risk, big investment, may cause needless worry, sleepless nights, and unnecessary pacing. 2, internet sales or internet marketing. Let me think. How to be seen, how to be seen, how to be seen. Sorry, now you see why I'm not a master, because even I get sucked into thinking on my feet sometimes. The third way is social marketing. Now, after you get past the NFL part, the no friends left part, this is actually my favorite, because you can actually generate income in multiple ways at the same time by leveraging the efforts of other people, using social media viral marketing tools, and my personal favorite, talking on the phone to large groups of people while lying down and watching the game. Well, on mute, of course. it takes years to become a master. So whatever method you choose, please make sure you get plenty of rest while doing this. Phase 3, the master. Masters have ample time to do as little as possible because they've mastered time and money. But to be a true master, you must help other people. You must teach other people, preferably in large groups over the phone while lying down and watching the game.
I mean, you present your leaders, right, in the industry.
Pretty much. For those of you that truly enjoy doing nothing, I recommend you start down the road towards becoming a master today, or tomorrow, or perhaps next week. You can begin by going online and downloading an audio copy of Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant and listening at your leisure, preferably in your beach bed while lying down and tanning. Now, for those of you were asking Jillian earlier on what I do, it's funny we mentioned branding because the ALAP practitioner is actually a brand that I've been working on for years. I've been networking for a long time, and I always tell people that I'm an ALAP practitioner, and the first question they always ask me is what I do. So the branding part was just so appropriate that I was here today during that because I'm actually building this brand up. I'm actually opening a website, alapmaster.com. I've opened a group on Facebook, ALAP Masters, which is basically going to be a discussion group for people who would like to learn more about various ways that you can make money while really, leveraging efforts of other people in some form or fashion, either through real estate, some of the various methods that I've mentioned. For myself, I actually, as well, am involved in the industry of network marketing. I have been for quite a long time. My wife and I recently got involved with a new company that's been emerging, and they are working in the health industry. Some of the things that really caught our attention is they've actually just launched a brand new line of healthy coffees, which has really impressed me. But all of their product lines have been designed by specialists. They have reshaping garments that were designed by orthopedic specialists. So they've got a very well-rounded line, and that's what really attracted me to the company. It's emerging here in the Canadian marketplace, so that's kind of how I got involved. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
That is a very funny take on wasting money. And it's very true when you think about it. And you're broke it down really well. So I wish you all in the world about your new branding.
It's funny. To me, we take making money way too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. I mean, it is such a simple process. Mm-hmm. Go out there and do something. Talk to people. Sell something. You know what? It's just such a simple process, and we just make it way, way, way too complicated. So I just like to have fun with it. You were talking about, let it translate it for me, so I don't have to turn all the pages.
So here we are. Well, I think it was something. And thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Yes.
Got off to a little shaky start, but we managed to catch up.
Oh, listen, I think that was part of it, right? That was definitely part of it. You're being laid back and thinking on your feet, as you said.
There you go.
Who wants to do that?
Thank you very much.